got a new Predator movie. Alright, look, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of her pray look ultra woke because female hero. I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. Woke has been used as a pejorative so many times it means absolutely fucking nothing. But with that bullshit out of the way, so I literally did not see the trailer for Prey until just a couple hours ago when we were getting ready to do this. In all honesty, the Predator series is one of those film franchises bleh, that I've always been kind of up and down on. The first movie is a fucking masterpiece in late 80s sci-fi action in movies in general. It's a near perfect action movie. It's not one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies ever. Not when Commando and Total Recall exist. I mean, you had an ensemble cast of pure 80s machismo. You had a director who really knew what he wanted and really knew what to do with what he could do with the material he was given. I mean, this is John McTiernan, the same guy who went on to direct Die Hard and The Hunt for Red October.
Both were good movies.
Both amazing movies. You just had a really interesting and really mysterious movie creature that was... It was new, it was refreshing, it was exciting, it was fucking badass. Even though it was originally... And it kind of annoys me that they scrapped this, but Jean-Claude Van Damme was originally set to portray the Predator.
Yeah, but they redesigned the Predator as well, and it originally had a design that looked very bug-like.
Oh god, I remember that look.
Yeah, thank God they didn't go with that.
Yeah, no, instead they went with what I can only describe as Nancy Pelosi after a skin peel.
Oh my god.
You cannot tell me that is not what the fucking Predator looks like without the mask on.
I was gonna say it was Pelosi's true form, but okay.
I mean...
Remember, Zuckerberg was like a fucking alien.
You one ugly mother. Motherfucker.
Predator 2, I like. There's a lot of things about the movie I like. I think it's got a good moving plot. I love seeing Danny Glover in pretty much anything. Bill Paxton being Bill Paxton, of course. Gary Busey being an absolute character. If it's an 80s or 90s action movie with Gary Busey in it, it's automatically awesome. Whether it's Predator 2, fucking Lethal Weapon, fucking Under Siege, Point Break, take your pick. Plus, it really expanded on the mythos of the Predator. You know, the idea that there's obviously there's more than one Predator and all the different types of weapons they use, and how towards the end it hints that the Predators have kind of been doing this galaxy hopping hunt for the greatest warriors for a long, long time. I think in Predator 2, if you look real closely, when Danny Glover gets to their ship, at some point you can find a xenomorph skull on their Hall of Trophies.
Yep, that was hinting at the future crossover, which wouldn't happen for another 14 years.
Yeah. Now you've seen the Alien vs. Predator movies. I have not. I'm mixed on seeing the first one just because, number one, it's a PG-13 AVP movie, and that's a stupid fucking idea. And it's a Paul W.S. Anderson movie, and I mean, come on, Paul Anderson is a director I kind of go back and forth on. I like Mortal Kombat, I like Event Horizon, I like Soldier. There are things in his Resident Evil movies that I like. There are good ideas in them. They're just so, at a minimum, wildly mediocre. his movies always feel like fucking music videos to me. I don't know why. They feel like 90-minute long music videos. His style is like a teenager trying to emulate Michael Bay, and Michael Bay movies are typically made for teenage boys anyway, so it's like...
Oh, yeah, titties.
An autistic 14-year-old on a Mountain Dew binge. That's how I describe Paul W.S. Anderson's directing style.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm autistic, but that gets funnier every fucking time you say it.
Well, tell me I'm wrong. That is Anderson's directing style, and there's no getting around it. So, like I said, you've seen the AVP movies. I don't know how AVP 1 is. I don't know how Requiem is.
Well, everyone says the second one sucks, but it's better than the first one because, well, for one, it actually had an R rating. And, well, we got the Pred Alien.
Right, I had heard about that. I heard they had done like a hybrid of the Predator and the Xenomorph, and I understand that even made its way into some of the AVP games.
Yeah, the 2010 one that I know of for sure.
Yeah, supposedly it was in the 2000, the one from 2000 as well. I haven't played them yet, but they're both on my Steam and GOG libraries, so one of these days I'll have to get around to that. And I'll have to get around to doing AVP on the Super Nintendo as well. I've seen Predators. I was not a particularly big fan of it. I thought it was... I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was very okay. There were times where it really, really wanted to be the first movie. I'm not really an Adrian Brody guy. I haven't seen a whole lot he's in. I mean, I like Danny Trejo. I like Lawrence Fishburne. I like Walton Goggins. But Predators was one of those movies that just kind of... I forgot about like 20 seconds after I finished watching it. It's like, oh yeah, I did watch that one movie where they were on a planet full of predators.
Yeah, there was the Falconer Predator, the Berserker Predator. I'm trying to think of the name of the Predator with the tusks in its mask. Hang on. Oh, it's called Tracker Predator. My favorite was the Berserker because of that, you know, that little bottom jaw at the bottom of its mask? That's actually the jaw from a xenomorph skull, the lower jaw from a xenomorph skull.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, man. It has been a while since I saw Predators. I don't even remember these things.
Really, the only reason I watched it was because I heard it was going to have like the classic Predator in it, like the classic mask.
Yeah.
But they fucking killed him off at the end, like.
And point blank, I still, to this day, have not seen The Predator. I've heard mixed things about it. It's one of those movies I might at some point find a reason to watch, but I to this day have not seen it. Which is weird because I like Shane Black's movies, and he was in the first movie.
Yeah, he was Hawkins, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was always the guy talking about how big his girl's pussy was.
The other day, I was going down to my girlfriend. I said to her, "Jeez, you got a big pussy. Jeez, you got a big pussy." She said, "Why did you say that twice?" And I said I didn't. See, it's because of the echo.
Like, with Billy's character, do you think he was genuinely laughing at the joke, or was it a sarcastic laugh? Or
I think he was legit laughing at it.
Like, probably saying, "Hey Hawkins, you're not so bad after all."
The best part of that laugh was the Predator storing it in his memory banks and then throwing it out at Arnold right before he nuked himself at the end of the movie. That laugh coming out of that face is fucking terrifying. But talking about Prey, which is set to be coming out pretty soon at the time of this recording. I apologize if it comes out later, because I've been really shit at editing these videos. I remember the trailer coming out, and my YouTube feed was flooded with nothing but Predator gone woke.
Wow.
Yeah, that was all I saw on my... The Critical Drinker, Predator, How to Spoil a Good Idea. Oh god, Grace Randolph did a reaction. Fuck that. I'm not giving that bitch any views. Actual Justice Warrior Predator 5 trailer is woke garbage.
Ish.
Real Shift Prey agenda confirmed, predators and gender norms. Geeks and Gamers Prey trailer, Disney accused of ripping off woke Predator film. Johnny Massacre rated W for woke. Jesus fucking Christ. Hottie Entertain Media Predator Prey trailer shows another woke Comanche girl facing off with a predator. Absolute trash. And that's just the first results I can find. Because the protagonist is a female Comanche, the only issue I really have with the... There's only one real issue I have with the trailer, and it's the fact that despite the movie being set in a time clearly before colonialists started making their way to American shores, you know, we have these Comanche natives who might maybe on occasion, like there was one bit in the trailer where she was speaking Comanche, but most of them are speaking perfect English. It's like really, like I think Passion of the Christ and Apocalypto have already shown that you can do an entire movie with people, like a period film with people speaking different languages in what is supposed to be their native tongue, and it would have been fine. I mean, I have yet to hear one person complain about all the Hebrew, about how they were predominantly speaking in Hebrew in Passion of the Christ. Or I never saw Apocalypto. I think that was a movie about the Mayans. Okay, they were Mayans in Apocalypto. But yeah, both Passion of the Christ and Apocalypto were huge, were pretty big box office successes. So it's like, why have this movie where these characters are clearly Comanches, shouldn't be speaking a lick of English, but they're speaking completely perfect English in 1719. Like, what the fuck? Okay, that was after the colonialists came barreling in. My memory of history is a little fuzzy.
No shit.
But that's my only real gripe with the trailer. I think the trailer looks fine. Like, I'm just gonna say it point blank. This whole thing of calling every single movie woke because it prominently features a non-male / non-Caucasian protagonist is a load of shit. It's 2022. This is not... You're not presenting a fresh and insightful argument. You're just repeating the same tired shit you've been saying nonstop for the last 6-7 butt-fucking years. And it's obvious that your arguments are not working, because despite the fact that these movies continue to bomb harder than fucking The Amazing Atheist after gastric bypass, they're still getting made. So some of you motherfuckers are failing to do what you keep telling us to do and vote with your wallet and not support them. Stop paying money for just to see these things and stop giving them views if it's that big of a fucking problem for you. Shit like this is why I veer away from politics now. I can't believe I have to inject this into a video discussing the Predator movies, but apparently I fucking do. It's like, just call it what it is. If it's good, just take the movie on its own terms. Look at it as it is. If it's good, holy crap, it's good. If it's shit, don't call it woke, just call it shit.
Right. Amen.
I'm a example. The Netflix's new Resident Evil series. I'm about 2 episodes in. So I haven't seen a whole lot of it. Yeah, the best term I can come up with to describe it is wildly mediocre. and it's the same thing I felt about Paul W.S. Anderson's movies. There are good ideas. They're just poorly implemented. At least from what I've seen so far. When I talked about Welcome to Raccoon City, I didn't mention any wokeness once. I didn't mention Avanjogia and Hannah John Common's ethnicities once. Because it wasn't an issue to me.
They play the characters good.
Yeah. They played exactly who they were hired to play. There's nothing political about that. There's nothing agenda driven about that. Look, I get it. Predator is a 20th century Fox. I'm going to keep calling it 20th century Fox Disney. Fuck you very much. Predator is a Fox property, which is owned by Disney, and Disney keeps trying to play the moral superiority crowd and then gaslight their audience and into praising their shit, and then wonders why nobody likes the new Marvel movies or the new Star Wars shit. Like, I get it. It's popular. I get it. Disney is a blood-sucking company who, at this point, I'm convinced is powered via a process of harvesting human souls. And it's very easy to hate them. But that's why I look at every movie and every show on a case-by-case basis, on a basis of individuality. I'm saying that because when Prey comes out, I'm not going to be watching it looking at through the lens of a political mind. I'm going to be watching it thinking, okay, here's a new Predator movie, so how's it going to work? If it works, holy shit, it works. If it doesn't, oh fucking well, we still have Predator 1 and Predator 2. Fuck up.
This is set like 300 years. This is like set 200 years anyway before. Let's see. Predator was set in 86. This one and this one's set in
1719.
1719.
At least 2.5 centuries prior to Dutch Schaefer's mission into Cambodia, I think it was.
Did you see the Predator's new mask?
I have not. I don't remember seeing it in the trailer. Hold on, I'm looking it up. God damn, that looks rad.
Apparently this Predator design is basically going to look like a Predator if it was inbred. There's like this new short preview that was put on there. And we catch a brief glimpse of the Predator roaring unmasked.
You said what a Predator would look like if it had gone inbred?
Yeah, if it was a Predator from Alabama.
God damn it, you just stole my joke!
Hey, edit it out and just do it yourself.
Fuck that, I'm keeping it in. That was perfect.
Had I known I was gonna keep my mouth shut.
It's fine, dude, you're good. That was good though. Oh,
one thing I wanted to bring up during this discussion video. So, at the end of Predator 2, when the Predator gives Danny Glover?
Yeah.
Danny Glover's character a flintlock pistol.
Yeah. Oh, is that supposed to play some... Or you think that's going to make an appearance in this movie?
I think it's going to reference it, or at the very least shed some light on how maybe one of the Predators, maybe Predators are hundreds of years old, or either they're hundreds of years old or they're passed down from generation to generation until eventually those particular Predators had it and they give it to Danny Glover. Maybe that they'll show the Predator picking it up, or say she succeeds in killing the Predator. It'll be like Predator, kind of like at the end of the first Alien vs. Predator, the Predators will come down and claim the corpse and one of the predators will see a flintlock pistol on the ground. The elder tells them to grab it, and they take it onto the ship, and then flash forward to 1990. It's just a thought.
Yeah, it is a thought. So I'll admit up front, beyond the 3 Predator movies that I've seen, I am not really read on the lore of Predator. If there are any like tie-in books, I haven't read them. As I mentioned earlier, I have the 2000 and 2010 AVP games in my Steam library. I just haven't fired them up yet. My knowledge of all things Predator compared to yours is probably bare bones at best. And I mean, I forgot there were even different variants of Predator to begin with, since you were listing off other Predator types in the 3rd movie.
Yeah, there's the Berserker Predator, there's the Falconer Predator, and there's the Tracker Predator. The Berserker Predator. The Berserker Predator gets its name because it seems to be like the predator with the worst temper. Falconer Predator, well, look at its mask. It looks like a freaking falcon beak. And Tracker Predator, at one point in the film, when they're hunkered down with that guy who's been on the gaming planet for seemingly years, surviving, the Tracker Predator, the one with the tusks, is the one who finds them. So that's where he gets his name.
Right.
And I think
Lawrence Fishburne's character.
Yeah. I think he's the one with the predator dogs. Like, remember the predator hunting dogs?
I might vaguely remember them. Like I said, it has been oh yeah, I'm looking at them now. Yeah, those things are hideous.
Look at the predator dogs and the new predator and the predator. Well, it looked like predator pit bulls.
Oh, yeah, that was one of the images that came up.
I was gonna say, I kind of want one of those.
Yeah.
No one will mess with me then. All right, where were we?
I don't even remember. We were talking about. Oh yeah, you were listing off all the other Predator variants.
In the 2010 movie, anyway.
Yeah.
Although there's a few more to mention. Well, in the 2018 Predator, it's revealed that they've been stealing animal DNA to enhance themselves and shit.
Huh.
Like, modify themselves and shit. And there in the trailer, there's that big ass Predator, the CGI Predator, aka some of the worst CGI I've seen in years.
Did this Predator type have a name?
I want to say Super Predator.
I'm getting Ultimate Predator. God.
Yeah, Ultimate Predator.
Damn.
Yeah, yep. Some sides say Upgrade Predator.
Yeah, looks that thing is huge.
Looks like a cross between Kratos, Predator, and Doomsday.
The first thing that came to my mind was the Hell Knights from Doom 3.
True. That too. And according to the Predator Wiki, it says, the villain's wiki, it says his hobby is killing anyone that gets in his way.
So they made a Schwarzenegger Predator.
And here's another funny thing. Its goal in the movie, it says its goals in the movie was to, 1, kill the fugitive predator, which it succeeded, and prevent the predator killer from being delivered to humanity and kill anyone who stands in his way. And use Rory McKenna's DNA and autism to become one of the most powerful and strongest augmented Yautja in his clan. Yeah, weaponized autism. I don't know how to react to that.
I heard they had went down that road with the last
weaponized autism. Have these people not heard of the Quiet Kid at school?
If you wanted weaponized autism, you could just come to my channel.
Right.
Especially when I was trying to be a political rant vlogger. Yeah.
If you want to see weaponized autism, just go to any Midwestern school and piss off the quiet kid.
Right?
Piss off. Just know, if he starts reaching for his backpack, just run.
Yes.
Ow, 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 ow.
Fucking Roadrunner looking ass. One of these days I am going to fire up those AVP games I've got. I've got, like I said, I've got the one from 2000 and the one from 2010 in my Steam library. I've got the AVP game on Super Nintendo. At least I've got the ROM for it. Right there next to my ROM file for RoboCop versus the Terminator.
Forgot that existed.
I also have the ROM for Predator on NES. The one where it's like they might as well have turned Dutch into a commandant in the French military because he's decked out in pink. There was one other Predator game I need to pick up a copy of, and I just thought about Predator Concrete Jungle.
That's another one I've played.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting the Xbox version of it, but that one's been on my radar for a while. And the prices for it on eBay aren't too bad.
Yeah, that was on both PlayStation and Xbox, I believe.
It was, yeah. I always wanted to play it, but I just never got around to it. And I am not playing Predator Hunting Grounds because fuck the people who decided that game needed to be another goddamn Dead by Daylight clone. Another fucking 4-on-1 multiplayer. Stop turning every licensed game under the sun into a goddamn multiplayer game between fucking Predator, fucking Friday the 13th, fucking Evil Dead. Stop making it multiplayer! There's like maybe 5 people on planet Earth I don't despise. One of whom I'm talking to right now.
I was saying, you better fucking tell me.
Oh, you know you're good. Enough with the fucking 4-on-1 multiplayer. This fad died harder than Battle Royale has. That's what it is. It's a fad. Beyond fucking irritating. Sorry, going off on a tangent, but Jesus Christ.
Alien vs. Predator Extinction was the first game in the franchise I played. Although at the time I didn't really understand RPGs.
Okay. Huh. Didn't even know about this one.
It's the one where it had the commercial where,
Oh, I see. It's an RTS game. Oh. Well, that just killed my interest in it. Any of you guys who watch my playthroughs, if you think I'm ass at certain games, like, you have not lived until you've seen me try to play an RTS game. Like, my strategy for RTS game is just throw as much shit at the other guys and just hope for the best. Guess I really don't have that much to add about the Predator movies. Like I said, I've only seen a couple of them. I know about the other movies. I know about about all the games. Obviously, I do want to play some of the Predator games, even if they happen to be AVP.
Yeah, maybe on the next discussion video we can talk about Alien by itself.
I mean,
well, we could probably save that when the TV series comes out, because there's a TV series in development for Fox.
Really? An Alien series?
That's what I read. I'll double check. Actually, it's for FX.
Oh?
Yes. An article from February of this year says Noah Hawley's Alien series for FX will be a prequel.
To Like all the movies, even Prometheus?
It might allude to Prometheus and Covenant, but who knows?
Yeah, because I've seen the first 4 Alien movies.
Quadrilogy, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the quadrilogy. I just haven't seen anything beyond it.
Well, Prometheus isn't exactly a prequel. It's just, but people assume because, well, the name of the ship in the first one's called Prometheus, but the only connection it has to the Alien films is just it's set. All the only connection it has is it's set in the same universe.
Mm.
Like it takes place 30 years before the first Alien film.
Mm.
Like it doesn't like go right into it. Like it doesn't like go right into the first film. It, like freaking Star Wars does. It just takes place 30 years before, and Alien Covenant takes place 10 years later.
Ah.
And if they come out with another one, it's probably gonna be a freaking. The next movie might be an actual prequel, like taking place right before the first one. Who knows? You know, there have been talks about this being a prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that it still works. As I kind of see the next film goes.
I don't know.
We got a quote unquote xenomorph in Covenant, but that was more called a protomorph. Like a prototype xenomorph.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. A lot of what's coming out lately has just been hey, here's this really popular movie from the 80s. Let's bring the IP back and try to make a new thing out of it just because we can, because we own the rights. And it's like, most of it just, I don't know, a lot of it just feels really hollow to me. I mean, I'm trying to stay enthusiastic about Prey. I'd be real, when I heard there was going to be a new Predator movie, my first thought was, y'all already tried doing new Alien movies and people didn't really like them. Y'all tried new Terminator movies and people didn't really like them. It's like
Dark Fate.
Yeah, Dark Fate. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the community responses to it. I feel like not necessarily that these brands are being revived, Predator very much included, because of Hollywood running out of ideas. I think it's just aggressive laziness. Like I said, I'm trying to keep an open mind when it comes to this new movie, but you know, I'd be lying if I said this wasn't that this wasn't a thought that's kind of been stuck in my head since I saw the trailer for Prey. It's like, oh great, they dusted it off again. How's it not gonna work this time? And then I have to tell myself, dude, shut up, you haven't even seen the movie yet.
That's how I feel about some of these people saying it's woke, because, like you said, that term is... Well, using that term is like beating a dead horse.
To put it mildly, yeah, it's old. It's not an argument anymore. I don't really have anything to add, I guess. What about you? Do you have anything to add to the conversation?
My only thing to add is that if they do another Alien vs. Predator movie, it better be set during the time of the Colonial Marines.
None of the other AVP movies have used the Colonial Marines.
Nope. They were both set during modern day.
The fuck?
Oh, that smells like what?
if you think about it, that makes it hard to make them canon. And that's funny because at the beginning of the second one, when the screen starts, we hear what sounds like the tracker that the Marines had in the first Aliens movie. Only for them to we're actually picking up where the last one left off.
I'm trying to
Which is funny because the directors themselves said that they were intent on doing the series justice, and they made it seem like they're gonna have the sequel set during the Colonial Marines. But instead they just picked it up right where it left off, which was at the modern day.
I'm trying to come up with a good analogy for this.
We could easily insert the...
You're a stupid dumbass.
That's easily the best way to summarize it.
Yeah. Followed by the...
Fuck you, sir!
Hopefully if they make another one, they'll actually have it set during the Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't have teased us at the beginning of it by making us think that it was going to be set during the time of the Colonial Marines, but then again, the trailer should have given it away. Because in the trailer shows the National Guard fighting the fucking Xenomorphs. Only for them to get picked off one by one.
Yeah.
I mean, they managed to take out some of them, but it was obvious they were not going to win. And don't forget that at the end of the movie, they frickin' nuke Colorado. Like, they literally nuke Colorado just to stop the Xenomorphs from spreading. And at the end of the movie, it shows that the government has in possession the Predator's blaster, which that would have led into probably a third film, which obviously got scrapped because it's been 15 years.
But considering how sequel happy Disney has been with Star Wars and with Marvel, how just non-stop they've been with the sequels and the spin-offs and whatnot, maybe having a constant stream of new material under one brand is not necessarily a good thing.
I mean, they're coming back with Willow.
Yeah, but that's because nostalgia exploitation is insanely popular right now. I just farted in Disney's general direction.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Oh, I give Disney the finger.
So yeah, I don't have much of anything else to add to this conversation. I think I've pretty much said all I can say about Predator. How about you?
I already said what I had to say earlier, and that's if they make another Alien vs. Predator movie, have it set during the time of the Colonial Marines, so people don't bitch.
Exactly. And then hire somebody who actually knows how to direct a fucking movie. Because I swear, if I go to the theater and I have to see one more major Hollywood blockbuster directed by a fucking music video director or somebody with like one movie and it's a goddamn documentary or a no-budget drama under their belt, I swear by gentle Jesus, I will open fucking fire. I've had it up to my tits with these. Yeah. So in any event, I got nothing to add, he's got nothing to add, and so I guess we will sign off with not much prelude or preamble. And hope you guys enjoyed our rambling nonsensicality, and we'll catch you later.